Welcome to Top of the Line. This is the podcast version of our YouTube show. New episodes every Monday and Friday where we talk about audio and hi-fi related themes.
If you have any requests for a future episode, send us an email, totl@abyssheadphones.com.
Well, we have another viewer-submitted question. And if you too would like to be as cool as these folks and submit your own question, you can send it to us at totl@abyssheadphones.com. Maybe we'll answer it on a future episode.
Woohoo!
So this question reads, Hi, gentlemen. I understand you guys do listen to vinyl besides digital sources. Yeah, occasionally. So my question is, how do you make listening to non-pristine vinyl even bearable through phones? Surface noise that is totally obtrusive through speakers becomes much more distracting when it's right in your ears. Any thoughts on this would be appreciated. Yeah, it can be a problem. So you two listen to vinyl a fair bit more than me.
Yeah,
so maybe you're better suited for that one.
We deal with this challenge from time to time. And basically, I'd say just throw the record out and get another one if it's scratched. Well, if it's scratched out,
little scratch.
That's what's causing it. Where you got that tick every revolution. Just get another album, find another one, get one that's more minty. You know, that's what I would do, or skip those tracks if you can.
But he's talking surface noise, though.
Yeah, I haven't had much of an issue, but
no, yours is pretty good.
It's pretty wet though. Like I've got that. Well, you have it too. The soft, the
yeah.
It's like a velvety pad. You dump frickin' the cleaning fluid on there, and you just soak the album, clean out the grooves, and wet it. So basically, the album's damp going on the platter. It's pretty quiet.
At trade shows, I've seen a lot of those examples of like the ultrasonic cleaners.
Yeah,
and there was plenty of people that brought in their vinyl. So I guess people always bring in their vinyl so they clean it throughout the show or whatever.
Crap out of it.
And I've heard the before and afters, and wow, you put some of the stuff in that's real dirty and just pops.
I got to get me one of those because when you buy used records,
great.
Or
new, right? Yeah, it gets this crap out of the grooves that just doesn't come out.
Yeah.
And the older the album gets, I guess the worse that kind of gets. So you think about it, the needle, the stylus is tracking at a gram or two. It's not putting any real pressure in there. Obviously, it doesn't want to wear it out.
Right.
So it's not able to get the dirt out either.
Yeah,
it just more or less compacts it in the groove than pulling it out. So it makes the ultrasonics make sense, but they're expensive. They're thousands of dollars for the cleaner.
They seem to work though. It seems like if you have really clean vinyl in good shape that wasn't dropped across concrete or something, it's pretty quiet.
Anyone I've talked to that has one says they're amazing for albums. Yeah. Even like you said, even new.
Yeah. It's almost like a prerequisite, it seems. You got to have all this equipment.
Yeah. It is more important, though, on headphones, because you hear every little thing.
Yeah.
So, clean vinyl is the first start. But it does seem like the cartridges make a big difference, too, because yours is definitely lower noise than mine.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'm running an Ortofon cartridge. I think it's a black something or other. And then you're running a Grotto, is it?
Yeah.
One of the Grottos, the newer Grottos?
The Timber series.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I guess the cartridge matters. But, given the fact that, let's say you have a cartridge and you're running into this, static is an issue.
Static is definitely an issue.
Water prevents that, and then they have a gun that you can zap the thing. Right?
Zap
it's
gun.
like an ion generator gun or something. Did you ever see those things?
Yeah.
It just kind of throws a spark at its tip.
It's like a barbecue igniter thing or something like that.
Exactly.
I think they're quartz, actually.
Are they?
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, it's like those standard barbecue
There's no flame.
things.
It's just a spark.
Yeah.
And it ionizes the air and apparently dissipates the charge on the electron accumulation on the surface of the album, which is part of the reason you're getting static.
I got a vintage one of those.
Oh, yeah.
It's made in England.
Oh. Does it work?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, does it do anything?
It doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I think water works better. Cleaning fluid.
I looked. They make new ones. They look exactly the same, but they're blue now and no longer made in England.
Well, I have as a habit. I've just learned to I put the album on. I get the wood pad with the wood with the velvet pad. Spray the record cleaning fluid on there, and I do the album before I even play it. Then I drop the needle and I go through the tracks. So it's just a process. It's kind of the way vinyl is. The whole thing's a process.
It is a process.
One record at a time.
A little bit more hassle than streaming services.
Just a bit.
Well, yeah. There's not much you can do on that.
But most of the noise I hear, because the static is an issue for me, is there's a scratch, and sometimes it's so hard to see, like you don't even see it, but the stylus still picks it up. And so it's difficult. It makes buying used records difficult because you can look at them in a store and you're not sitting there with 100,000 candle power. So it's like you're looking at a store and what a lighting they have, and it looks good, and you get it home and every revolution. It's like shit. So sometimes you just don't know. And of course, my eyes ain't as good as they used to be. But yeah, for some reason, sometimes I can't see the scratch, but it's there. It's quite audible. And again, the only resolution is just find another album, find the same album from someone else. It's a trial and error thing.
Yeah, I have 4 of this one album actually,
Oh, yeah?
and I played them all to see which one sounded best.
Yeah, and there is one, right?
Yeah.
There's always one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Same with me. I have 3. I think I have 3 sets of the Harry Belafonte album, and it's for whatever reason here in Buffalo, I keep running into them. Like I go to a garage sale or an estate sale from time to time, and I swear I could have 10 sets of them. Must have been really popular when this album came out.
guess,
You know, it was a great live album. It sounds great in digital. I've got a digital copy, and it sounds great. They must have taken it off a tape or something. But I finally found one. I think it's a 2-record set. Found one that's clean, so I'm good. So it's trial and error.
Yeah. Because one of the ones I played, it is like unbelievably noisy.
right.
Like it looked fine.
Right.
You look at it.
I know.
But, wow.
I know it's one of the ones I got. In fact, I gave it to you, and it's like,
Yeah.
holy crap!
Yeah.
And I tried it. I'm like, holy crap!
Yeah.
I know. So you just don't know, but that is the way to go. Usually, none of these things are that rare. You can usually find another copy.
Yeah, not usually, but
Yeah. You know.
some things are.
So yeah, it is what it is. That's the nature of the format.
Yeah.
So we've come down to water and zap it with your zap gun.
Yeah.
And the third thing is they do make turntable for the platter,
The mats.
yeah, anti-static mats, which come in all various iterations.
That does help.
Yeah, that helps too because it's
Yeah.
made to help dissipate.
Yeah, because like the felt ones that they come with, instantly you take off your record and they come with it with all the
Right.
static.
Yeah.
It's like that's a bad
Yeah,
sign.
it's not working.
Yeah.
Yeah. My turntable has rubber on it, which you think would be the same, but I don't know. It's in the middle. It seems to
Yeah.
be staying fairly neutral, but rubber's not a great thing either.
Yeah.
Don't they use rubber? Remember back in the day in school, didn't they use like rubber and wool to create a star charge or something like that? Was it a rubber stick? Glass. Was it a glass stick?
yeah.
I don't think
And
rubber
it rubbed
was
it against a
involved.
piece of wool
Yeah.
and it would just pick up all the paper and everything
Yeah.
to create electron buildup on the glass. Some materials are way better at it than others.
Of course.
So yeah, you want to try to avoid things that make static, or by rubbing against it, produce an electron charge on a surface.
Things that are isolators.
Yeah.
Should be avoided. Ideally.
yeah, something
So,
like that.
Cork
yeah.
works good.
Cork is good. Yeah, rubberized cork,
Well, yeah.
and if you put a little carbon in there too,
Well,
conductive.
well, I don't know. I'd want that.
Maybe we should make our own. As people are doing this already, so
Yeah.
you can buy these things. But that would be the third suggestion: is get a nice something for the top of the turntable that the album sits on. That, and it also those things do vary the sound. Can vary the sound a bit on a higher res system. So note that the material it's made of does matter. You usually don't want something real hard there. It tends to doesn't help smoothing out the bumps, so to speak. Not all albums are perfectly flat. They tend to be a little warped here and there.
Yeah, well, that's why I need the weights too.
Oh, right.
Now, we're not quite experts on this, but presumably humidity is a factor as well.
Absolutely.
Like around here in the winter, when humidity's super low, pretty much anything you touch zaps you.
Yeah.
Because everything's a much better isolator than it normally is. Nothing's very conductive. So all the static that builds up that normally would get very slowly dissipated just doesn't.
In the air, right?
Right.
Yeah, the air isn't bleeding off electrons from
Yeah.
you. So you're now a major carrier of electrons.
And presumably
go
in certain
touch something.
climates, this could be an issue for your vinyl as well.
Yeah, true.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell like
Yeah.
in the winter, you take your album out of the sleeve, and then like your hands like sticking to it a little bit
Yeah,
from the
right.
static.
Yeah,
pulling
even the
it.
paper.
Yeah,
Or some of the
it's
plastic
like,
covers.
that's bad. That's
Yeah.
a bad start.
Yeah, right. The whole thing, everything's charged.
Yeah.
And then you're walking over to something that has 80 dB a gain and
Yeah.
putting it down and saying,
Yeah.
okay, play this.
Yeah.
Play this.
Right.
Play this piece of material full of charge. So yeah, the water.
Well, humidity, humidifier, something.
Yeah, in fact, over the years, I've actually, some people recommended to add a humidifier to like their listening room. They make the small room style ones. And
Yeah.
if you're in a position where you can't put it on your HVAC, or if you got baseboard heat or something, or electric heat, you need to add humidity and pay a little more attention. You don't want to go above around 45-50% in a room, because then things start going the other way. Yeah, moldy. But if you keep it comfortable to yourself, and it way helps reduce static, and it'll probably also keep you from zapping electronics here and there, and
Yep.
Yep.
potentially damaging something at some point, because it can happen. can happen. That's a lot. Talking
It
10,
can.
20,000 volts.
Yeah.
It's enough to hurt something if it's not properly protected against it.
Although Linus did that video with Electroboom recently, and it is surprisingly difficult to damage components with ESD.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
Surprisingly difficult.
Yeah, that's right.
You would think that the stuff would have failed way earlier because they were
I
hammering
think it was
this.
their method, but yeah, they were
It
using
was definitely partially the
you
method.
know, you could
yeah.
see at first they were trying to figure out how they thought it would be easy.
Right.
So yeah, and then they worked at it and go, wow, this is actually more difficult than we thought. And
Right.
yeah, I forget what was it. What was the final one that took it out? Were they raising the voltage? They had a
Well, they kept raising the power. Yeah.
yeah, right.
Right. But it depends on where it hits, right?
Right.
Depends on how
Totally.
the power flows through the device.
Yeah, it's
If
random.
it goes the good way, then you're not worried at all. Sometimes it'll
Yeah.
hit the wrong spot and poof.
One touch and it's over.
right.
Yeah.
So sometimes you're lucky and it's not an issue. Other times, not so much.
Well, not only that, like stuff like that, like that type of deterioration or high voltage, sometimes it causes a failure that doesn't cause the device to totally fail.
Right.
It just, at some point in the near future, it fails. You know, it causes damage that doesn't exactly show up right away.
Right.
A pit in a, in a PN junction somewhere in a transistor, and it's just enough to cause leakage, but it's not
Right.
failed yet. And in 3 months down the road, bam.
Well,
So
the worst I've seen of something like that was touching a keyboard, which then shocked it, and the computer shut down.
oh yeah,
It still worked,
right,
but it shut down.
right.
So I was
Smart
like-
computer if you
yeah, it's
think
like,
about it.
Did I break it? And then
Yeah.
it booted back up. So I
Yeah.
was like, good.
Interestingly enough, a lot of these devices are internally designed, like the silicon itself is fabricated in a manner that they have some sort of ESD protection internally, but it wears. So they can only handle so much energy in so many events before it degrades to the point where it's no longer functional. And then the energy, instead of going through this ESD protection region, it goes through the component itself and fails. So maybe it'll tolerate 1 shock, 2 shock, 5 shocks, but 1 too many and it goes poof. So it is something to consider. You don't want to keep zapping your electronics if possible, because it
most-
can degrade them.
Most of the stuff, I think, like headphone amps and stuff, are designed to. They know you're plugging, you're holding a connector with. It's
Well,
on
yeah.
your body, and you have a good chance of zapping it.
Yeah.
And I think most of them use back-to-back diodes or something like that. I forget.
Most
I think
would
they're
have
using some sort of
protection of some
Zener,
sorts. There's a lot of
something-
things you can
something
do.
on the inputs where they're dropping it. If
Yeah.
it goes over a certain voltage, it just shunts it to ground. You
You
know?
would hope, but not
You would
everyone
hope.
does it.
Yeah, right. And some op amps and a lot of chipsets are designed the same way. They already have built in, like you said.
Yes.
But yeah, but either way, it's never a good thing. It wears. It's like anything.
You want to avoid
can
wearing
only
it out.
take a hit so often before you can't
Yeah.
take any more. So on that note, we're done with this one.
Yeah, a little off topic.
Yeah, but anyway, yeah, it's cool. It's cool talking about vinyl. You know,
Yeah.
we should have had a record on the table. We got them all over.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we
the only
made
one
it-
we got.
Oh yeah, we got them over there. You got the Victrola right behind.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too bad we can't just like crank that up and play it right now.
Well, we can.
I just
but
wound it up.
some
Doesn't
people-
sound great.
No,
Some
it's-
some
Oh,
people
boy.
some people complain about it. To get the full. Oh yeah.
It's the highest in fidelity.
It's running a little fast. People are going to yell at us because the speed thing is broken.
We're
Let it
gonna get a
slow down a little
copyright
bit.
strike for this.
It has to unwind.
Oh yeah.
You wound it too much.
Well, I guess we can keep rambling on vinyl, off-topic tangents and
No question.
audio-related stuff forever. But if you have a question, you can email us at totl@abyssheadphones.com, and maybe it'll be featured on a future video. Thanks for watching.
Tee us up. Thank you.